Hey, what's going on? This is Thomas Galdenzi with Combat Sports Coverage. And on this edition, I'll be interviewing former Bellator lightweight champion Brent Primus over his most recent win, where he won by crazy Gogoplata last weekend in Bellator, England. So Brent, tell me, how was your overall experience being in Bellator England card?
It was cool. I mean, it took me a long time. I'm all messed up from the time change and the sleep and everything. But besides that, everybody was awesome. Really polite, and I couldn't ask for a better spot. Man, it's fun. I had a lot of fun, and I went to London afterwards and hung out with my family, and it was cool. Man, I had a lot of fun.
And I believe this was your first fight outside of the United States. How different was it for you to have to do that weight cut while you were traveling so far overseas?
Yeah, it's not fun, it was like, I think a 17-hour trip to get there, and I had to drink 2 gallons of water on the plane, and I couldn't really eat much on the plane, and everybody's eating bread around me and sandwiches, and I was starving, and like I said, the weight cut was just the time, man. I didn't sleep at all for the first 3 days I was there, and it was really tough, and everything, and the weight cut obviously sucks like it always does, but I'd make my weight every single time and did it. And, yeah, man, it was fun. England was fun. And so was Birmingham, man. Everybody was awesome and really polite for sure. Besides when I got booed,
Right, yeah. Find one of their hometown guys. And how much difference was the time zone for you where you're from?
It's 8 hours difference.
Oh, okay, yeah. So definitely a big difference to get used to.
Yeah, for sure. It was.
And then speaking of your that submission one you pulled off, the Gogoplata, how often do you pull that move off in training or practice?
I mean, if you train with me all the time, there's a good chance you've been in that, the same submission, or at least a lot of it. I have a lot of setups from the omoplata. I usually attack the omoplata and go for sweeps and submissions and triangles and gogoplatas and stuff from there. So it kind of branches out once I get you in the home base of the omoplata. So that just worked out really fast for me, and I'm really flexible, and I get that on a lot of people. So I'm just cool that I'm happy that I could pull it off actually in the cage, live. So that was cool. And
did that help that you pulled the submission off only a minute 20 into the first round, since he didn't get that much sweaty? Did that make it a lot easier for you to pull off that submission?
Yeah, for sure. He wasn't really that sweaty, but at the same time, I have a really good lock in that omoplata, and I feel like, I get people when we're soaking wet, sweaty, and I go against a couple guys that sweat a lot, just like me, and so it's a slipping side in there or whatever. But yeah, man, it definitely helps when it was the first minute, 2 minutes in the first round for sure.
And you seem like a huge lightweight. How much weight do you typically cut for a fight?
Like 12 weeks ago, I was 210 pounds.
Oh wow.
So I cut a lot of weight. But yeah, man, like I said, I've always made my weight, and I like to eat a lot, and food's my favorite, especially carbs. But this time I've been running every single day, I've been training, so I haven't really gained too much weight. I've also been eating like a pizza and a pint of ice cream every night, but I love it. But yeah, I cut my weight and I walk into the cage. I walked in probably 181 this time. For this fight, and I was going to try to be under 180, but that didn't work out. So, but yeah, I like to be like 178 to 180 when I step into the cage.
So yeah, you definitely do cut a lot of weight. Sometimes I'll interview people and I'll ask them, you look like a big guy, or how much weight they cut. And a lot of times they're like, oh, I'm not that big, it's the TV. But so for you, it's not the TV. You really are a big lightweight.
Yeah, I'm probably like 190 right now.
Wow.
And yeah, I'm a big lightweight. I like to eat a lot of food and ice cream and cookies and stuff for sure. But I just get pretty thick because I'm always doing push-ups and pull-ups and stuff like that. I just kind of get really kind of big looking and thick. But yeah, for sure.
So what's next for you after a crazy win you just pulled off?
Man, I know it wasn't a top 10 guy like I wanted to fight. I was supposed to fight. I asked for Pitbill or Benson Henderson, and I was supposed to fight Benson Henderson, but with my weight, they said I was too big to fight in California, so they took me off that card. And man, I want Chandler. I want Chandler so gosh damn bad. That's all I've been thinking about. It's all I want. I know I could do a lot better than what I showed in our last fight, and I'm ready, man. He's all I want for sure. But if I have to fight somebody else to get to him, then so be it. But Michael Chandler's all I want. I beat him the first time. He beat me the second, so it makes sense to just do a third one to get all this crap over with.
Yeah, and that second fight was a war too. It's not like he just walked all over you or anything. That was really back and forth. You almost pulled off some crazy submissions in that fight also. And then speaking of Michael Chandler and Patricky Pitbull will be fighting tomorrow night. And I just want to get your thoughts and picks on that fight.
Yeah, Patricio. He's fighting Patricio tomorrow. Champ versus champ. Man, it's gonna be a good fight. If there's any other situation, I'd want Chandler to get his head knocked off, but I want Chandler to win just because I want to fight him for that belt. I want to dethrone him. So this is the only time ever in my life I think that I'm going to be rooting for Michael Chandler. So, but I like Patricio a lot more. I think he's a better dude, a better martial artist. But man, I want to be the one that beats Chandler. So, and not only that, I think Chandler's going to win. He's bigger, he's stronger. I think he's faster. He's got really good wrestling. He knows how to play the points on all the rounds. I think Chandler's going to win that for sure, and I hope he does because I want him very soon for that belt, those 5 rounds.
I agree with you too. I think Chandler's going to pull off the win. But let's just say if Chandler doesn't win and the Pitbull does, and what would matter more to you, fighting maybe Pitbull for the title or just getting that trilogy fight with Chandler?
Man, I really want that trilogy fight for sure. There's nothing about that. I want to fight him no matter what. So win or lose, I want to fight Chandler. But at the same time, man, like it's hard to say no to a title fight. If they offer me a title fight, and especially with the money that comes with it, I have a family that I got to support. So it'd be really, really hard to say no to Patricio or whoever has the belt. But definitely Chandler's who I want to fight for sure.
Well, hopefully Chandler does pull it off and he retains the belt so you can get that epic trilogy fight with him for the title, because that would be something everybody would definitely want to watch and tune into. And on the same card as you fought, we saw Raymond Daniels pull off a crazy 720 knockoff punch. And I was just curious about what you thought about that.
Yeah, he's something else, man. They don't call him the highlight reel for nothing or whatever, but he's amazing, man. And I was actually warming up with him backstage. We were in the same corner, and he's such a nice, humble dude. He's really cool, really humble. Man, he's got a bright future in Bellator, and I can't wait to see his next fight. And I just know he has to, work on his takedown defense and his sprawl and stuff like that. But man, his stand-up it's ridiculous. It's so fun to watch and amazing, and I just can't wait to watch that guy again, man. He's awesome for sure.
Yeah, he definitely has so many crazy knockouts. It's pretty crazy to see the knockouts that he can pull off. And then do you think with that crazy knockout, I'm pretty sure his knockout went viral all over. Do you think that kind of took away some shine from your crazy submission win? Because I'm surprised I didn't see too many videos of your submission win going out there. I posted it on my website and everything, and it got a lot of views. But it wasn't, Raymond Daniels, I feel like, was more out there. But do you think that took away a little bit of shine from you?
I think it might have a little bit, but at the same time, he deserves it, man. That knockout was insane, and it was cool. He deserves all the shine and everything. So hats off to him, man. It was a beautiful knockout and awesome, man, for sure.
And then would you like to see Bellator maybe get back into the tournaments or start the lightweight tournament Grand Prix? Currently, they have the welterweight Grand Prix tournament going on, and they've done the heavyweight tournament. Would you like to see the lightweight tournament maybe happen soon?
Heck yeah, especially if it's $1 million the winner, man. Let's do this right now. I know they're starting the featherweight tournament coming up soon or whatever, and that's going to be an awesome tournament, man. Bellator has a lot of really good featherweights, so I'm looking forward to watching that. But I'm really hoping that Scott Coker and the guys will do the lightweight tournament next and have a chance for me to win $1 million and all that. Sounds awesome, man. That's what I need for sure.
Yeah, definitely. That's definitely life-changing money, and that would be awesome to see you in a tournament with all these other great lightweights that Bellator have. And then speaking of the welterweight tournament, I want to get your thoughts on that. Who do you think is going to pull out for the winner? As right now we have Rory McDonald, Neiman Gracie, Lima, and MVP are on that tournament right now, the last of the quarterfinals. Who do you think is going to end up winning the whole tournament?
I'm going to go Lima, man. I've been watching him for a long, long, long time, and he's straight to the point. He's a ruthless dude. He'll go in there and kick the crap out of you, choke you, wherever it goes, man. I've always been a Lima fan. He's definitely got a tough fight, but I think that MVP's a little bit flashy, a little bit too dancey. I think that Lima's just going to just go right through him, man. I'm not going to say right through him, but he's just straight to the point, man. And so I'm going to go with Lima for sure. And not only that, man, he's an awesome, cool dude. And there's a small, crazy story. I was actually supposed to fight Douglas Lima years and years and years ago before we both signed to Bellator. I got a call, and they're like, hey, do you want to fight this guy? He's really good. He's at 170 though. You might lose, but we'll sign the contract with you. And I was like, who is it? And they're like, Douglas Lima. I looked him up, and it's just crazy how it goes. That we're both in Bellator now and everything like that. So it's kind of cool. But I'm going Douglas Lima for sure.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think Douglas Lima is going to win it all. And then, speaking of that fight match, would you ever be able to move up to 170? You think?
Oh, for sure. I could eat a little bit more. I'd probably be happier. I wouldn't be so grumpy. I would definitely do it for sure, especially, if the money's right and everything. But right now, when I'm training really, really hard and I'm dieting, 155 is the weight class for me, even though it is hell to make, man. It's not fun to make for sure.
And I know you spent some extra time after you're getting that submission win in, out there in London and England and everywhere. I just want to ask you about that. Do you have any crazy stories or any good times that you want to share?
Man, after the fight, I always buy a really nice bottle of whiskey for me and my coaches. So after the fight, we went back there and we, toasted, had some shots or whatever. And then I was carrying around that bottle trying to finish it. And then I went to the hotel and, man, I got wasted with Derek Campos and all the dudes from Bellator, man. It was a great night. And everybody from England was so nice to me and buying me every single kind of shot there was of whiskey. And, I don't really remember too much after that, but it was awesome, man. I had a good time and it was really good. And then I got my buddy that I've been with here, my best friend that I grew up with since kindergarten. He goes to all my fights. My brother goes to all my fights. My cornerman, Moe. And so I got 4 or 5 of my really, really good friends that are with me, my wife, my mom, and we went out and had fun and enjoyed London and sightseeing and did all that stuff, man. I miss my boy, but it was cool. I'm watching him right now, and he's a handful, man. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, especially to hear that you guys were out there drinking whiskey, getting crazy with everyone. So that's awesome to hear. And then, do you have any other hobbies outside of training and fighting?
I live in Eugene, Oregon. It's really beautiful. There's a lot of things to do. I have a boat, and so I'm gonna get my boat ready this week. Gonna start skiing or water skiing and take my boy out and inner tubing and all that stuff. Man, any sport, I love to play sports all the time. Like basketball, we go downtown and play basketball and all that. But honestly, it's just my family and MMA right now. That's all I do right now, and family, MMA, and eat some good food sometimes when I'm not in a fight camp.
Yeah, definitely. Sure. And then, speaking of food, do you have any sponsors or any training partners you want to give any shout outs to?
Man, my training partners, Performance Martial Arts in Eugene, Oregon. I got Ben Baxter and all these guys, Moe, my cornerman, and a bunch of guys that helped me out. And then I drive up to Gracie Baja, Portland, and Fabiano Schoener's my professor, and he's the man. Such an awesome guy, man. I look up to the guy a lot. He's 11 world time champion, and I trained with Austin Vanderford up there and Eric McConnell. God dang, can't say his name. And then, man, I always drive up to Team Oyama and train Coach Oyama, and there's a bunch of guys up there, man, I've been training with Christian and Aguilera and Frank Camacho and John Paul and a bunch of guys, man. And so I really thank all those guys. And Venom, they hooked me up with the best gear. And Tom Jerky, the best jerky in the world, man. The jerky's so amazing. And Don Lewis Plumbing, Turp House. Yeah, man, all you guys, thank you guys. And I just got hooked up with this new sponsor, Elevate Fish and Hunting. They're going to take me out hunting and fishing. I'm going to put some really good meat in my freezer, and I can't wait, man. So thank you to all you guys, my sponsors, man. Love you guys. And
how soon are you looking to get back into the Bellator cage?
Man, soon. I'm curious what happens this weekend, with Chandler, what happens. I really want to fight him next. Really, really what I want. But I also am having my second kid in September, September 16th or something like that. I'm expecting my little girl. And so it would be nice to put some more money in the bank before she's born. So I'm, as much as it sucks, I'm ready to start another fight camp right now. I just hate leaving my family and dieting, but I'm ready for sure.
Well, congratulations on having another baby on the way. That's always exciting. And then everyone needs to make sure to tune in and stay up to date with Brent Primus and see who he'll be fighting next on his way back to regaining his title.
Yeah, man. Hit me up. Look me up, Brent Primus 155, and hopefully I'll have some fight news here really soon. And man, I'm looking forward to get back in that cage. It's had a fun last time, and I'm looking forward to it, man. Hopefully I get a top 10 guy, or really Michael Chandler. Let's go, Michael Chandler. That's who I want.
Yeah, I definitely think they'll probably be giving you that Michael Chandler fight. That's an epic trilogy fight, and I think that'll be a fight that every fan would want to watch and tune into. And so thank you again for coming on the show and giving me some of your time. And sorry about all the technical issues we had earlier.
No, it's no big deal, man. Thank you for having me on.
And make sure to check out our sponsors, Infinity CBD, for all your CBD oils, pills, creams, and anything you need. And make sure to use our coupon code CombatSports10 to save 10% on your order. I highly recommend checking out their creams because they work amazing.